Schizophrenia Research, Volume 190, December 2017, pages 46 through 51. Shorter telomere length in people with schizophrenia, a preliminary study from Australia. Cherry Galletley, Varen S. Dillon, Dennis Liu, Ryan P. Balzan, Lisa A. Hahn, Michael F. French. And there is a DOI link, which means this is definitely peer-reviewed and scholarly. Abstract. Schizophrenia is a complex mental illness affecting the normal functions of the brain, interfering with the ability to think, feel, and act. It can be conceptualized as a syndrome of accelerated aging, with early onset of cardiovascular disease and high rates of premature mortality. Telomere attrition increases with oxidative stress and is considered a biomarker of aging. Previous studies have assessed abnormalities in telomere length in schizophrenia, but the results are inconsistent. The present study used a case control design to assess whether people with schizophrenia have shortened telomeres, indicative of accelerated aging. Subjects were all male, aged 25 to 35 years old, living in the same urban region of Adelaide, South Australia. Telomere length was measured using a quantitative real-time polymerase chain reaction PCR method. So if somebody tells you you have a mental illness, they really need to measure your telomeres in your brain. Otherwise, they're lying. We found significantly shorter telomeres in people with schizophrenia relative to healthy controls. This is the first study to show telomere attrition among people with schizophrenia in Australia. Shorter telomere length may indicate the common pathways that schizophrenia shares with other neuropsychiatric and neurodevelopmental disorders associated with increased cellular senescence, which is another term for aging senescence. Further well-controlled larger studies in people with schizophrenia are required to fully understand 1. The role of variables that have the potential to modulate telomere length, such as use of antipsychotic drugs, medical conditions, parental age, smoking, alcohol, abuse, and use of illicit drugs. 2. Effective treatments to slow telomere erosion. And 3. Mechanisms responsible for accelerating and reproducing telomere damage. So if all this stuff is true, which it is about older dads in the Dan Eisenberg, Chris Kozawa age window of late 30s to early 50s, that means that if you had a dad in that age window, which I am, hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod, tip of the cap, I'll be 40 on November 27th, 2019. I am in that age window. What this all means is if you and I were to have a baby, or anybody my age and you were to have a baby, your kids would have longer telomeres in the brain, which would mean a less chance of schizophrenia. Interesting. The link is in the description below. Find me on Instagram. If you're between 18 and 24, that's a whole telomere thing. And a woman in Spokane, Washington, and we'll meet up for dinner sometime downtown.